Have you ever stopped to think about your own funeral? The idea can be uncomfortable, even morbid. Our modern culture does everything to distract us from the one absolute certainty we all share. One day, this life will come to an end. We avoid the conversation, bury our loved ones, and quickly return to the illusion of permanence. But what if this constant avoidance of mortality was actually the root of much of our anxiety? Our fear of taking risks, our tendency to procrastinate and live small, insignificant lives. What if the key to a truly epic life was not to deny death, but to embrace it as our greatest advisor and teacher? Today, on Stoic Punch, we are diving headfirst into the Stoic concept of memento mori. Remember that you will die. Far from being a somber philosophy, memento mori is a powerful tool for awakening, for giving perspective, and for propelling us to live with more intensity, gratitude, and purpose. Prepare to change your relationship with death and, consequently, transform the way you live. First, let's understand why we are so afraid of death. It's natural. Our survival instinct is one of the most powerful forces that exist. Moreover, death is the great unknown, the ultimate threshold, and the fear of the unknown is inherent to the human condition. But for the Stoics, the problem is not recognizing the sadness of loss or the natural aversion to death. The problem is letting this fear paralyze us and prevent us from fully living the time we are given. This fear of death manifests in several destructive ways. It leads us to postpone our dreams and goals to an uncertain future, as if we had all the time in the world. It makes us prioritize safety and comfort over authenticity and adventure. It traps us in resentments and trivialities as we lose perspective on what really matters in the grand scheme of things. In short, the fear of death often prevents us from truly living. Stoicism invites us to a radically different approach. Instead of fleeing from mortality, we should bring it to the center of our awareness. Memento mori is not a macabre obsession, but a constant reminder of the preciousness and finitude of life. By contemplating our own mortality, we paradoxically begin to value the present more, to focus on what is essential, and to discard distractions. How can we then integrate memento mori into our daily lives to unlock an epic life? Here are some powerful Stoic practices. Practice 1. The visualization of finitude. Set aside a few moments of your day to contemplate the brevity of life. Imagine yourself on your deathbed. What will your regrets be? What moments do you wish you had lived more fully? What words do you wish you had said? This exercise is not to make you depressed, but to clarify your priorities now. It helps you distinguish the urgent from the important, the trivial from the essential. It reminds you that this present moment is all you truly have. Practice 2. Detachment and gratitude. Awareness of death helps us relativize our possessions and our problems. That traffic argument, the criticism at work, the loss of a material object, all of this loses its intensity when confronted with the inevitability of the end. Memento mori invites us to practice detachment, not to cling excessively to things that are, by nature, transient. And at the same time, it intensifies our gratitude for the good things we have now, our health, our relationships, our opportunities. Each day becomes a gift to be appreciated. Practice 3. The urgency of virtue. For a Stoic, virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, is the supreme good. External goods, such as wealth, reputation, or pleasure, are ephemeral and do not guarantee lasting happiness. Death reminds us of the futility of pursuing only these fleeting goods. Memento mori propels us to focus on what truly matters,
developing our character, acting with integrity, and leaving a legacy of virtue in the world, however small. Death is the great equalizer, and the only thing we truly take with us is the quality of our soul.
Practice 4. Decisive action. The fear of death often disguises itself as procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow. Now is not the right time. I'll wait until I have more resources. Memento Mori whispers in our ears, you are not guaranteed tomorrow. This constant reminder of the finitude of time forces us to break out of inertia and take the actions we know we need to take, now. Whether it's starting that project, having that difficult conversation, or taking that dream trip. Awareness of death is the ultimate motivator for life. The Stoics were not obsessed with death, but with life. They saw memento mori not as an end, but as a means to live with more authenticity, more passion, and fewer regrets. By accepting our mortality, we free ourselves from the fear of not having enough time and begin to use the time we have more consciously and intentionally. Death is the greatest motivator for living an epic life because it gives us perspective, urgency, and reminds us of what truly matters. It challenges us not to waste the present on trivialities and to invest our time and energy in what has eternal value, virtue, and the positive impact we can have on the world. So, my friend, what action have you been postponing out of fear or procrastination? What small step can you take today, remembering that this moment is unique and precious? Share your reflection in the comments. Let's embrace memento mori together and unlock a truly epic life. If this perspective on life and death has impacted you, if it has given you a new sense of urgency and purpose, then smash that like button, subscribe to StoicPunch for more doses of transformative wisdom, and hit the notification bell. Remember, death is not the end, but rather what gives meaning to the time we have between birth and our last breath. Use that time with wisdom and courage. This is Stoic Punch. Live as if each day were your last, because one of them will be.